Hey everybody, it's Cyborg, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in, liking the videos, commenting, and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so because we have plenty of Mortal Kombat 11 content to come. Today's video is going to be talking about select screens and the select screen that I'd like to see in Mortal Kombat 11. Now, select screens play a minor yet ultimately important role in each game. They not only serve as a means of featuring the selectable characters in the game, they absolutely set the tone of the game. In my opinion, a good select screen is like a good stage. Sure, it's not essential to the gameplay or to having fun, but it creates an atmosphere to supplement the feel of the game itself. I can't help but feel like the select screens have lost a bit of luster over the years in some ways, and we'll take a look at them as I explain why I feel that way. For a brief bit of backstory, I started playing Mortal Kombat in 1993 when I was just 3 years old, and I can still visualize that memory of staring at this very select screen and just being enamored with the looks of the characters and their backgrounds. For whatever reason, they engaged my interest and it has stuck with me for all these years. Starting with Mortal Kombat 1, the main thing I'd like to point out is the backgrounds behind the characters themselves. Each character to some degree has their own unique background that gives you a hint at who they are, or tells you a bit about them. You have Johnny Cage with bright Hollywood lights, Kano with a brick wall reminiscent of tattered streets, Raiden with bolts of lightning, Liu Kang with fire, Scorpion with a sense of death, Sub-Zero with ice, and Sonya with pink energy. Now we carry that into Mortal Kombat 2. Once again, we have a similar setup with unique backgrounds behind each character, most of which tell you a little something about said character. Scorpion, for instance, has fire, Liu has what looks to be perhaps a sunset, Johnny with lights that you'd see at a movie premiere, and Jax with the American flag. Even the ones that don't tell you much about the characters, such as reptiles in this case, still make the character really stand out. In addition to this, notice the difference in poses. Some are looking straight at you while others to the side or at an angle, further establishing each character's uniqueness. This continues into Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. To name a few, there's flags behind Sonya and Jax, there's ice behind Sub-Zero, green energy behind Ermac, and concrete behind Stryker. We also see this design aesthetic continue into Mortal Kombat 4. The city behind Cage, fire behind Jarek and Quan Chi, you get the idea, with the characters posing in different ways as well. Unfortunately, it was after this game where the trend started to diminish. The characters in Deadly Alliance are looking different ways, but the backgrounds have turned into color gradients, though they do still mostly match the characters at least. For example, Scorpion with a gradient that resembles fire, and Shang with a green one for souls. So the idea isn't too far off, even though we've lost actual images behind the characters. Deception resembled the same type of gradients Deadly Alliance did, but did have a few exceptions, such as Scorpion's more clearly defined fire background. That's unfortunately where it all ended in terms of uniqueness in the backgrounds, as with Mortal Kombat Armageddon, they become simple color gradients from black to a specific color based on the section of the select screen, no longer having any character individuality represented. In Mortal Kombat vs DC, you get the same approach, no unique colors, instead they are grouped by MK vs DC characters. Notice how the characters are still looking in different directions, because in Mortal Kombat 9, we have a simple red and black gradient for all characters, and now they are all facing forward rather than different directions and poses like we've had up until this point. Then finally, with Mortal Kombat X, which every character not only has the same grayish background gradient, they are all looking straight forward with the same exact pose. I gotta say, I miss the unique backgrounds for each character and their unique poses. They would not only hint at aspects of the characters as I've discussed, but they added a sense of color and vibrance to the select screen. It brought with it a rush of excitement when that screen would appear and it was time to decide which character you were going to play. Even to this day, when I boot up Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, or 4, I get pumped up when I see those select screens. It's a shame that such a prominent childhood memory that played a large part in hooking me into the series itself is no longer a factor in today's games. Now when I choose my character, I just choose my already established favorite, because the character portraits completely lack any enticement to give that character a try. The old select screens felt like advertisements for each character. Now it just feels like I may as well be selecting plain text on a blank screen. All those unique personalities, the colors, the poses, and of course the music, but that's certainly a topic we'll be discussing in its own video. I really hope for Mortal Kombat 11 we see a return of a more stylized, colorful select screen that makes each character and their personality stand out, rather than what feels like a lineup of suspects at a police station. Sell me on each character, make me want to pick them, treat them like movie posters, book covers, thumbnails, whatever. That's what they are. If you were turning on the game for the very first time, which select screen screen would sell you on trying these characters out more? Just looking at the select screen itself and the character boxes, what do you think is more interesting? Make sure to let me know in the comments below what you guys feel about the select screen and what you're hoping for on the Mortal Kombat 11 select screen. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have not subscribed already, make sure you do so. And hey, check the description. We have a Discord with a whole community on there. If you are interested in interacting with other Mortal Kombat fans, check out the Discord. We got plenty of members in there, and we're always talking and always having conversations and organizing game nights and recording live podcasts. So like I said, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you do so. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys later.